From electricity being stolen in the most diabolical way.
No problem. We've siphoned off extra power from the orphanage. Who are they going to complain to? Their parents?
To Waylon Smithers Sr.'s corpse being shoved down the sewer pipe. There's a lot of dark, shady secrets behind the radioactive walls of Springfield's nuclear power plant, and today, I'm breaking down all those scandals to figure out how much the power plant has cost Springfield and how much old Burnsy will owe in fines at the end. We'll be making our way through 6 categories: worker safety, environmental damage, animal mutations, tourism impact, bribery, and terrorism. Let's begin with that irresponsible oath Burns employs in Sector 7G. Homer J. Simpson, a guy with a confirmed 55 IQ score, is the frackin' safety inspector of the plant, and the job description is pretty straightforward. Never, ever, ever let this happen.
Oh, you stupid son of a...
That was only a vision, but Springfield is still depending on Homer to prevent a disaster just like that from happening. Can you even imagine the uproar if everyone found out that their lives are in the hands of a fat buffoon who can't even spell nuclear physics, let alone know what to do when his own stupidity triggers a meltdown?
Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Catch a tiger by the toe. If he holler, eeny, meeny, miny, moe.
All systems returning danger in 7G neutralized. Have a nice day.
Sheer luck has kept Springfield safe, at least for now. But Homer is more than just incompetent. He's flat out reckless. Remember that time he put a donut in the reactor core to try and make it bigger?
Sir, we found the problem. Some idiot threw this in the reactor core.
Success!
And that time he thought pulling a prank in a room where deadly gases are handled was totally safe?
Watch this, guys.
Uh-oh, he's done for.
Yeah, don't worry. The safety glass will protect us.
Run! We'll hide at my house!
Assuming that guy just passed out and didn't, die, he could file a negligent hiring lawsuit against Burns for recklessly endangering him. Having a dangerous idiot like Homer Simpson inside the plant at all, let alone employing him as the safety inspector, is negligence beyond belief. This moron employee's prank would land Burns in hot water, and he could be forced to shell out as much as $1 million in compensation for the worker. And you might be thinking there's like hundreds of employees at the plant. Maybe Burns just has no idea what the kind of guy he hired is. Yeah, no, he clearly knows how dumb Homer is, because why else is an inanimate nuclear rod above him in the line of succession to the plant?
This entire plant is in his name. So when Burns in jail, it's the canary that does the time.
Sir, can you do that?
Tycoons have been doing it for years.
Now that we've covered the ticking time bomb in Sector 7G, it's time to talk about all the other threats to worker safety in the plant. In 2 cars in every garage and 3 eyes on every fish, a government inspection of the plant takes place following the discovery of a mutant 3-eyed fish. The inspectors find plenty of damning evidence, like gum being used to seal cracks in the cooling towers, plutonium rods being used as paperweights, but the most shocking secret of all is the stuff happening, or should I say, not happening in Sector 7G.
Just resting my eyes.
Ah, well done. A rested employee is a vigilant employee.
Monitoring station unmanned.
Burns got slapped with 342 safety violations, but we'll throw in one more for this painted-on emergency exit I saw in another episode.
Hey! This emergency exit is painted on!
There's no way out. There's no way out. We're doomed. Doomed!
Burns never spent a singular dime patching the plan up, but he'll have to fork over $5,676,650 for those 343 safety violations. That's $16,550 per violation. We've established that there's a hazard around every corner of the nuclear power plant, so it's actually incredible that there isn't an accident occurring every hour. The ones that have happened, though, are horrific. In CE Do, Homer wants to get a promotion, so he goes around the plant looking for areas of improvement. A good start would definitely be the decontamination showers.
Oh, that's toxic waste.
If that poor guy didn't burn to death, he at least suffered third-degree burns. Burns was way too cheap to install showers that didn't spout fire, so a lawsuit is certainly coming his way, and there's no way the worker didn't get at least $1 million settlement from it. Anyway, Homer finally presented Mr. Burns with a long list of things for him to improve in the plant. Poor guy didn't get a promotion, though. He just got downgraded to Sector EE.
Yes, sir. Oh, look at the little eels. Oh, electric eels.
That one wasn't even an accident, just a blatant assault, which could easily turn into a $750,000 lawsuit. It's sad that those electric eels wouldn't even make the top 10 most painful things that have ever happened to Homer Simpson. All you gotta do is stick around long enough in that death trap of a power plant, and something's gonna get you. Just look at the frackin' parking lot.
Spot hogging SUV. No! Inconvenience.
That's another safety violation for not fixing the sinkhole, plus $30K worth of damages to 2 employees' cars. And that's being generous. In this economy? Might as well double it. Oh, we're not talking about this economy. Anyways, Homer parks in Mr. Burns' spot since he's away on vacation, but stealing his boss's parking spot quickly escalates into stealing his whole life. Homer's head on Burns' body is honestly nightmare fuel. Also, why am I just now realizing that he holds his hands out like Roger from American Dad? I need to get a job. After discovering instruments of torture in his boss's restroom, Homer has a little game of golf inside the office, but Burns is back from his vacation, and honestly, I was expecting a way more livid reaction from him than this.
Omaha! 35!
Simpson!
Coming! There's a light bulb out on the...
Homer has fallen through Burns' trapdoor while it's under renovation, so he'd better prepare to feel more pain than that time he hit himself with a wrecking ball.
Go! 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 Mosaic!
Congratulations, you're halfway down.
What the? I'm drowning in cement!
It's actually called... of which cement is an ingredient.
The accident left Homer with 2 broken arms, and he was not happy about being unable to scratch his ass for the next 3 months. He initially vowed to sue Burns, but backed out of the settlement just so Marge would be able to keep hanging out with her new best friend, Mr. Smithers.
Smithers.
Wait a sec.
To clarify, their friendship was strictly platonic. We all know Smithers bats for the other team.
So, another Friday is upon us. What'll you be doing, Smithers? Something gay, no doubt.
What?
You know, light-hearted, fancy-free. Mothers, lock up your daughters. Smithers is...
Exactly, sir.
In all seriousness, though, if Homer filed that lawsuit and won, Burns would have to cough up at least $1 million. The sign of the way down read 10 days without a plummet, so other employees have clearly fallen into the pit too. Let's say at least 20 employees have accidentally fallen to their doom. That's $20 million worth of injury lawsuits right there. I've just detailed the horrendous physical damage Burns has inflicted on his employees, but what about the environment? That's like public enemy number 1 of the nuclear power plant, which by the way is so infamous for harming the environment. This is how Homer gets treated at the National Energy Convention.
Thanks for poisoning the planet, bastard!
Get bent.
No more Chernobyls!
Go to hell!
The plan could be great for the environment if Burns knew what the hell he was doing, or at the very least discarded all the radioactive waste properly, not just dump it all over Springfield.
Well, sir, where should we dump this batch? The playground?
No, all those bold children are arousing suspicion. To the park!
I think it's full, sir.
That's ridiculous. The last tree held 9 drums.
In Marge versus the Monorail, the EPA catches Burns red-handed, or should I say glow-in-the-dark green-handed. I need to get a job. Anyway, he gets fined a lot.
Mr. Burns, in light of your unbelievable contempt for human life, this court fines you $3 million.
Smithers, my wallet's in my right front pocket. Oh, and I'll take that Statue of Justice, too.
Sold.
Oh, Andy Cap, you wife-beating drunk.
In real life, the fine would be even worse for poor Burnsy. 11 million! By the way, those drums he dumped at the park were just the beginning of his war with Mother Nature. In the episode Homer's Paternity Co-op, we see 11 more drums of nuclear waste sitting at the bottom of the ocean.
These waters contain some of Mother Nature's most stunning creatures.
Haha, that's what you get for being luminous, jerks.
The episode CE, though, also reveals that Burns has dumped nuclear waste at Legoland. In my days, it must have been the most toxic stuff on planet Earth if it mutated the attractions into this.
You could go to jail. And a handsome man like you, I'd hate to think what would happen.
Jail?
I don't know how many drums he dumped that time, but it had to have been at least 100 to cause mutations as extreme as that. I know my mutations. And since a guy got killed by the mutant attractions, Burns would also have to pay out $10 million as a part of a wrongful death lawsuit. You think that's all bad? Well, the movie reveals that there was a constant flow of nuclear waste entering Lake Springfield until Lisa got dumping banned. That pipe must have been there since the plant first opened in 1968. The average nuclear power plant generates about 3,000 liters of radioactive waste per year, and dumping in Lake Springfield wasn't banned until 2007. That means 117,000 liters of dangerous waste have entered the town's lake over the past few decades, which is the equivalent of 585 drums. So how long would it take for the environment to recover from the wrath of the power plant? Well, all the toxic water could be purified within a week if an appropriate treatment center was built. However, the wildlife is ruined permanently. All the toxic waste that's been dumped around Springfield has resulted in some pretty bizarre animal mutations. Trees have somehow mutated into octopuses, and squirrels have developed superpowers. Rats now glow in the dark. Spiders have grown bigger than Aragog himself.
To overcome the quota Bible verse. Thou shalt not go.
There's also an entire species of Blinky, the three-eyed fish. A three-eyed lobster.
Stunning creatures.
A three-eyed crow. A multi-eyed squirrel. And this last one is just straight up terrifying.
Well, fellas. Ow! Oh, ow! No! I can't wait over!
If Burns were brought to justice over these atrocities against animals, how much would he have to pay up? His crimes would violate the EPA's Endangered Species Act, defined as $25,000, so for 8 documented cases of animal mutations, Burns is looking at $200,000, which is basically loose change as far as he's concerned, but hey, at least it's something. Now, I don't want to step into conspiracy territory here, but there's a theory that the radiation from the plant has caused mutations in humans, too. This would explain why 90% of Springfield is stupid and why people can be born with bright blue hair and big bulging eyes. I guess the theory's somewhat plausible, though. I mean, just look at what a lifetime of radiation exposure has done to Mr. Burns himself.
Alien, this is your alien!
Hello, children. I bring you love.
It's a monster! Kill it! Kill it!
It's not a monster. It's Mr. Burns.
Oh, it's Mr. Burns. Kill it!
Burns is basically the richest man on Earth as far as we're concerned, so he never has to worry about moolah. Springfield, however, relies on tourism to fund their schools, hospitals, and the library that only Lisa visits. It's a fact the population deters tourists, and Lake Springfield, one of the town's main attractions, is so toxic, Green Day couldn't even get through one concert without literally dying.
We're not being preachy, but the pollution in your lake is dissolving our barge.
I thought they touched on a vital issue.
I beg.
It's been an honor playing with you tonight.
Other tourist locations include Springfield Gorge, Duff Brewery, Krusty Land, and the Town Hall. But with all the pollution and nuclear waste being dumped everywhere, tourists are just gonna visit Shelbyville instead. The island of Goji in South Korea actually lost $37 million in tourism revenue because of pollution. It has a similar population to Springfield, so we'll stick with that figure and use it to hold Mr. Burns accountable for wrecking his town's tourism industry. Now, you guys have seen Mr. Burns commit a ton of atrocities against Springfield in this video alone, but what repercussions has he actually faced in the show? Well, he mostly just gets told to get his act together. But the rare times he does face legal action, he always tries to weasel his way out with a big fat bribe. There's 3 examples of him committing bribery in the show. In 2 Cars in Every Garage and 3 Eyes, the inspector left Burns with hundreds of safety violations, and Burns left him with thousands of dollars.
20 years, I have never seen such a shoddy, deplorable...
Oh, look. Some careless person has left thousands and thousands of dollars just lying here on my coffee table. Smithers, why don't we leave the room and hopefully when we return, the pile of money will be gone. Look, Smithers, the money and a very stupid man are still here.
Burns, if I didn't know better, I'd think you were trying to bribe me.
Bribing a government inspector is a serious felony, and the fine for bribery in those cases can be as high as $1 million. Our next example of Mr. Burns' disgusting bribery is from the episode The Last Traction. You know, the one where Homer had that horrific fall through the office trapdoor. Anyway, after the accident, Burns tried to bribe his fat-ass employee into not suing with the only thing he was sure he couldn't resist.
Robbery, boy, solving us of liability. Now just bite here, 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 nibble here, lick here. Your what, cake?
Sir, you cannot bribe me with cake, because I just eyes.
Hello, Mr. Smithers. I see you haven't given up.
Just enjoy the...
Bribing Homer Simpson is obviously a lot less serious than bribing a government inspector, so we'll only give Burns a $1,000 fine for that. Our last case of bribery occurred in the episode American History Excellent. Burns got arrested for owning a stolen painting, and naturally he tried to bribe the first officer he met inside the big house.
One movie stub from Tilly's Punctured Romance. Envelope marked bribe. Empty. Social...
That's just an SS card, you dumbkopf. My only hope, Liddon.
Now you looky here, Burns. All your money and influence don't mean nothing on the...
But a wealthy man can buy information. Information that can be highly damaging to Warden.
If you really think about it, Burns is literally a worse criminal than Snake. Yet the one thing he actually does get thrown in jail for is stealing a stupid painting. You know what? Sure, why not? Al Capone, you know? Guys, I've only been scratching the surface of Burns' corruption, so what could possibly be coming next, right? Well, the worst of the worst, basically. Stuff even uglier than the old man himself. While not all these misdeeds you're about to see meet the legal definition of terrorism, I'm sticking with that label because it's really the only way to describe the absolutely monstrous stuff this scumbag has done. Let's start with the Computer War Menace Shoes, an episode that straight up proves Burns is a full-blown terrorist. The plan is closed for fumigation, but Homer missed the email because he doesn't have a computer. Determined to never waste another day off, he splashes $5,000 on a computer, which is an insane price when you remember this is 2001. Anyway, he treats his most valuable possession with the utmost of cares.
Hey, Lisa! Check out my new...
Dad, you shouldn't drag that around!
Top of the line. Oh! Don't worry, Head. The computer will do everything.
Homer realizes his new computer is not a robot that can kill Flanders for him, so he decides to start a juicy gossip site instead. Mr. X, who is clearly just Homer with a bag on his head, begins exposing disgusting secrets like how Mayor Quimby totally embezzled the street repair fund.
Hey, let's look behind that door.
Don't go in there.
Good Lord, we've discovered the ruins of an ancient city.
Now, Pooh's bagels are just week-old donuts.
Right, I'll tell you a secret. My bagels are cold donuts.
Who am I to point the finger? I once ran over a guy and dumped the body on a golf course.
What a bombshell.
In the interests of public safety, we have confiscated every duck, cruller, and bear claw in the city. And some coffee.
Of course, Mr. Greedy here exposes a Pooh's bagel scam and not a frackin' hit and run. Oh my days. Do you remember that game? Oh, it was so good. I'm going way off track here. While Homer's webpage has become a huge hit, he still has to go to work and earn a living. So one day, he's pooping on company time and learns that Burns is about to attend a secret meeting that'll be pure journalistic dynamite.
It's pure journalistic dynamite.
Sir, this place could be bugged. Okay, now we can talk.
Turn it off! Yeah. Journalistic dynamite.
There's not a moment to lose, so Homer races to Burns' office, probably without even wiping, and hides in the air vent ready to get his unwashed paws on Mr. X's juiciest secret yet. His boss really wasn't lying about the pure dynamite thing.
Agreed. I'll supply you terrorists with deadly uranium.
You are a credit to the...
Oh, sure. No, don't worry about those fumes. Into that air vent. This place is falling apart.
Homer exposes everything the second he gets home, allowing the U.S. government to foil the terrorist plot. Mr. X is awarded a medal and cash reward by the town. As for Mr. Burns, he got arrested for aiding terrorists.
Let go of me. I'm innocent.
Trouble.
We'd like to award this year's Pulitzer Prize to Mr. Unfortunately, we don't know, so his cash award will be used to feed starving children.
His army of lawyers got him off the hook like they always do, but we'll fine him $20 million for committing terrorism. Burns doesn't commit terrorism in this next episode, but the riots he sparked definitely make it feel that way. And Papa's got a brand new badge. An extreme heat wave has hit Springfield. It's so hot that butterflies are bursting into flames, and adults are going back to elementary school just to be in a building with air conditioning. As you can imagine, thousands of fans and air conditioning units are running right now, which is excellent news for greedy old Mr. Burns.
Gentlemen, our city's sucking down the juice like my wife at an open bar. Mr. Burns, can your plant handle it?
No problem. We've siphoned off extra power from the orphanage. Who are they going to complain to? Their parents?
Yeah, nobody can say this guy didn't deserve to get shot. Smithers warns Burns that one more circuit could overload the system, but he chooses not to listen out of pure greed and triggers a complete power outage on the hottest day ever. With all the streetlights down, Lenny and Carl get into a car accident and start looting the store they smashed into. Monkey see, monkey do. All the other citizens join in, and pretty soon, the whole of Springfield is up in flames.
This city has exploded in a fireball of pent-up rage!
But everything's gonna be a-okay now that the notoriously competent Chief Wiggum has arrived.
All right, everyone, disperse immediately. We are prepared to use force. What? We're not prepared, Eddie? Someone call 911!
Oh, they never come.
The next morning, the entire town is trashed, and people are literally selling t-shirts saying, "I survived the Springfield riot. Gotta get me one of those." Oh wait, I guess I can.
Get your t-shirts here. I survived the Springfield riot. Remember me as a hero.
Once everybody simmered down, a town meeting was called announcing the replacement of the police force due to their incompetent behavior during the riots. But what if Quimby held Burns responsible instead of Chief Wiggum? His greed caused the power outage, so it's only fair to hold him accountable for the resulting property damage across town, even though the residents were the ones doing it. I mean, he kind of made them dumb with the radioactive... Anyways, $20 million right there. Like the fire spread so far, even the Springfield sign got destroyed. This There's a bunch of lawsuits we need to talk about, though. Firstly, business owners could sue Burns for their stolen merchandise. Costingtons got robbed, and they don't exactly sell cheap junk like Comic Book Guy does. So we'll add another $10 million to our tally as part of a civil settlement. The guy selling t-shirts was crushed to death by the vandalized Jebediah Springfield statue. His family could bring about a wrongful death claim, and Burns would be forced to cough up another $10 million. He could also be fined for endangering public health. The heat wave was so intense, senior citizens literally had to go to the morgue to cool down.
The old folks. It happens every heat wave. Okay, people, out of my freezer.
But we're hot and elderly.
I'm sorry, these are reserved for the recently deceased.
No power, all the refrigerators and air conditioning shut off, rapidly increasing the risk of heat stroke for everyone. Nobody died, but Burns put lives at risk, so we'll add another $2.85 million to the tally. Now, how could I possibly make a video about Mr. Burns these days without revisiting the most heinous, diabolical thing he's ever done for money? Stealing the sun. In the iconic two-part episode, Who Shot Mr. Burns, Monty declares war on solar power and unveils his intrinsically evil scheme to make the power plant Springfield's sole energy provider.
Good. Imagine it, Smithers. Electrical lights and heaters running all day long.
But sir will die. Owls will deafen us with incessant hooting. The town's sundial will be useless. I don't want any part of this project. It's unconscionably fiendish.
Subordination, there has been a shocking decline in the quality and quantity of your toadying, Whalen, and you will now.
No.
News of Mr. Burns' devilish plan spreads fast. A town meeting is called to discuss what to do next, and Mayor Quimby knows exactly how they're going to teach that no-good Mr. Burns a lesson he'll never forget.
Action. I have here a polite but firm letter to Mr. Burns' underlings, who will pass it along to him, or at least give him the gist of it.
Sir, a lot of people.
Also, it has been brought to my attention that a number of you are stroking, or I will step aside and open up the floor.
Mr. Burns suddenly gate crashes the meeting and tells Springfield to take one last look at that good old sun before it's gone forever. It's amazing he didn't get beaten to death right there and then, but we all know what happens to this smug old fricker when he starts walking home.
I said drop it.
Get your hands off.
Where is everybody?
Hey, man, are you okay?
Won't dignify that with response.
Mr. Burns has been shot. Just a minute. Burns at all. It's a mask. Wait, it is Burns. His wrinkly skin looks like a mask.
Burns is pronounced dead. Excellent news. He's then rushed to a better hospital and pronounced alive. Not so great news. While he recovers, police try to find the person responsible for the attempted moida, and citizens get to work pulling down the sunblocker.
Bull, Duchess! Bull!
What town did we just crush?
Shelbyville has been crushed and the sun is back. Great day for Springfield, but not so much for Mr. Burns. Being shot was bad enough, now he's facing huge repercussions for stealing the sun. While it was only blocked out for a few days, that was apparently enough for people to develop rickets.
Headed up to here with his damn ricket.
Burns put everybody's vitamin D needs on the line, so he gets a $2.85 million fine for endangering public health. Now let's address all those lawsuits. Basically, everybody in town could sue the crap out of Burns for putting them at risk of rickets or even just for causing emotional distress. If every adult in town filed a lawsuit against Burns, which isn't far-fetched at all, like everybody hates his guts, he could be forced to shell out as much as $100 million. If you remember his sunblocker crushed Shelbyville, I would imagine at least 1,000 people died from that. 1,000 wrongful death lawsuits can now be filed against Burns, and if his army of attorneys fail to shield him from liability, the total settlement payout could be as high as $10 billion. Finally, the property damage. His sunblocker crushed a lot of stuff. I'm guessing at least $1 million worth of stuff. Let's add that to the tally. So, who shot Mr. Burns? Oh, only the most professional crime lord in all Springfield.
Drop it. But the old axiom was misleading. Taking the candy proved exceedingly difficult. I said drop it.
Spoiler alert, I presume. As much as Burns wanted Maggie immediately cuffed and thrown in the clink, a baby can't be held legally responsible for any crime. Well, at least an ordinary one can't. Mr. Burns, on the other hand, is like 120, and all his atrocities against Springfield has racked up his fines, totaling $10,951,445,200. The sleazeball could literally pay that off and still be filthy rich, but how do his actions compare to what this character has done? Click the screen to find out. Thanks for watching.